Have you noticed how late-night television suddenly feels like the center of a political storm again? Because right now, one comedian is dominating headlines across America, social media is exploding with debate, and millions of viewers are asking the same question. Has Jimmy Kimmel gone too far, or is this another attack on comedy and free speech? Today, we're diving deep into the controversy shaking Hollywood, television, politics, and the internet all at once. This story has everything: powerful celebrities, political pressure, angry reactions, media backlash, public outrage, and a response from Jimmy Kimmel himself that made the entire audience erupt. Stay with me until the end because this situation keeps getting bigger every single hour, and the latest developments could completely change the future of late-night television. Jimmy Kimmel has always been known for pushing boundaries. For years, he built a reputation as one of America's sharpest late-night hosts, blending comedy with politics in a way that made people laugh while also making headlines. Some viewers love him because he says what others are afraid to say. Others believe he crosses lines too often and hides behind comedy whenever criticism comes his way. But whether people agree with him or not, one thing is undeniable: Jimmy Kimmel knows how to stay at the center of attention. And this week, he may have created one of the biggest controversies of his entire career. The drama exploded after comments Kimmel made during a recent monologue involving former President Donald Trump and Melania Trump. The joke immediately triggered outrage online. Clips spread across social media platforms within minutes, and reactions poured in from every direction. Some people defended Kimmel and argued that political satire has always been part of American television. Others said the joke was offensive, disrespectful, and dangerous considering the current political climate in the country. Within hours, hashtags related to Jimmy Kimmel began trending nationwide, and major news organizations started covering the backlash. What made the situation even more explosive was the timing. The controversy erupted shortly after a tense security incident connected to the White House Correspondents' Dinner, causing emotions online to become even more intense. Critics accused Kimmel of adding fuel to an already heated political atmosphere. Supporters, however, argued that comedians should never be blamed for political violence or public anger. Suddenly, this was no longer just about a joke. It became a national debate about comedy, censorship, media influence, and freedom of expression. Then came the moment that truly shocked everyone. Donald Trump publicly called for ABC to fire Jimmy Kimmel. That instantly transformed a late-night comedy controversy into a massive political showdown. Social media exploded again. Television commentators debated the issue nonstop. Some conservative voices agreed with Trump and claimed Kimmel crossed a dangerous line. Meanwhile, many people in Hollywood defended Kimmel, arguing that political leaders should never pressure networks to punish comedians for satire. Melania Trump also entered the conversation, criticizing Kimmel and accusing him of spreading negativity and division. Her comments added even more attention to the story because first ladies rarely engage directly with late-night hosts in such a public way. News coverage intensified overnight. Every major entertainment outlet began discussing whether ABC would respond or remain silent. And then Jimmy Kimmel responded live on television. During his next monologue, Kimmel addressed the controversy directly. The audience inside the studio was completely silent at first, waiting to hear what he would say. Instead of backing down immediately, Kimmel defended his right to make political jokes and insisted that comedy should not be controlled by politicians. He argued that satire has always played an important role in American culture and that comedians are supposed to challenge powerful people. At one point, the audience erupted into applause as he pushed back against the criticism, but even that response created more division online. Supporters praised him for standing his ground under pressure. Critics accused him of refusing to take accountability. Some viewers believed Kimmel looked nervous and shaken during the monologue, while others said he appeared confident and defiant. No matter which side people took, everyone agreed on one thing: this controversy was now much bigger than a single joke. ABC quickly found itself under enormous pressure. People across social media began demanding action from the network. Some users threatened boycotts if Kimmel remained on air. Others promised to stop watching ABC entirely if the network punished him. This created a nightmare situation for executives because either decision could anger millions of viewers. Behind the scenes, industry insiders reportedly began discussing the future of late-night television itself. Ratings for traditional late-night shows have already been under pressure in recent years because younger audiences now spend more time watching YouTube clips, TikTok videos, podcasts, and streaming content instead of full television broadcasts. In today's media environment, controversies spread faster than ever before. One joke can dominate headlines worldwide within minutes. And Jimmy Kimmel is not the first late-night host to become politically controversial. Over the last decade, comedy shows increasingly shifted from light entertainment toward political commentary. Hosts like Jimmy Fallon, Stephen Colbert, Seth Meyers, and Jimmy Kimmel often discuss major political stories during their opening monologues. Some viewers enjoy the style because they see comedians as voices against powerful institutions. Others feel late-night television has become too political and too divisive. This latest controversy has reignited that debate once again. Many Americans are now asking whether late-night hosts should focus more on entertainment instead of politics. Others believe comedy has always been political and that trying to silence comedians is dangerous for free speech. The country appears deeply divided on the issue, and Jimmy Kimmel has become the face of that larger cultural battle. Meanwhile, online reactions continue growing every hour. On X, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram, millions of users are sharing clips, debating the controversy, and attacking each other in comment sections. Some creators support Kimmel and say comedians should never fear political pressure. Others argue that celebrities receive special protection while ordinary people would face consequences for similar comments. The controversy has also become a huge story for content creators and media channels because audience interest is enormous right now. Videos discussing Jimmy Kimmel are generating massive views, especially videos analyzing whether ABC will eventually take action. Media experts believe the network is carefully watching ratings, advertiser reactions, and public opinion before making any major decisions. Advertising is another critical part of this story. Large companies spend millions placing ads during late-night television shows. Brands usually try to avoid controversy because they fear backlash from customers. If advertisers become uncomfortable, networks sometimes reconsider talent relationships very quickly. That's why many analysts believe the next few weeks could be extremely important for Jimmy Kimmel's future. At the same time, some experts argue that controversy can actually increase ratings. History has shown that public outrage sometimes attracts even more viewers because people become curious about the person at the center of the storm. Many viewers who rarely watched Jimmy Kimmel before may now tune in just to see what happens next. In today's media world, attention itself has become a powerful currency. Another fascinating aspect of the story is how divided public opinion remains. Usually, major controversies eventually produce a clear public consensus. But this situation feels completely split down the middle. One side views Kimmel as a comedian being unfairly targeted for political reasons. The other side sees him as an example of media figures going too far without consequences. That division reflects something much larger happening across American society right now. Politics, entertainment, news, and social media are more connected than ever before. Celebrities are no longer just entertainers. Comedians are no longer just comedians. Everything instantly becomes political, and every controversy turns into a national argument. Even international audiences are following the story because American late-night television has global influence online. Clips from Jimmy Kimmel's monologues regularly reach millions of viewers outside the United States through YouTube and social media. This controversy has become worldwide news, with international media organizations reporting on the growing conflict between Kimmel and Trump supporters. Some people are now comparing this situation to previous celebrity controversies involving comedians and television personalities. Others believe this could mark a turning point for the future of political comedy in America. If networks begin reacting to political pressure more aggressively, comedians may become more cautious. But if networks refuse to respond, critics fear tensions could continue escalating. Inside Hollywood, reactions have also been intense. Several entertainment figures publicly defended Kimmel, saying comedy should remain fearless even during politically sensitive moments. Others stayed silent, possibly trying to avoid becoming part of the controversy themselves. In today's entertainment industry, even a simple public statement can trigger massive backlash online. There's also another important question many people are asking right now. Has social media changed comedy forever? Years ago, jokes made during television monologues disappeared once the show ended. But today, every joke can be clipped, reposted, analyzed, criticized, and debated by millions within seconds. Comedians now perform in an environment where every word may become a viral headline. That pressure has fundamentally changed entertainment. Jimmy Kimmel himself has spoken before about the changing nature of comedy and how difficult it has become to navigate modern audiences. Different groups often have completely different expectations about what comedians should or should not say. Some viewers demand complete freedom in comedy. Others believe public figures must be extremely careful with sensitive topics. That tension is clearly visible in this controversy. As the story continues developing, many viewers are waiting to see whether ABC executives release an official statement beyond their current silence. Some insiders believe the network wants the controversy to calm down naturally instead of escalating it further with public comments. Others think pressure may continue increasing until the company is forced to respond directly. At the same time, Jimmy Kimmel's supporters argue that removing him from television over political jokes would create a dangerous precedent. They say comedians must remain free to criticize politicians regardless of party affiliation. Critics disagree and argue that media personalities should face consequences when jokes cross certain lines. The debate has become emotional, personal, and extremely polarized. One thing that makes Jimmy Kimmel unique compared to many other celebrities is that he rarely avoids confrontation. Throughout his career, he has often responded directly to critics instead of staying silent. That personality has helped him build a loyal fan base, but it has also made him a frequent target for controversy. Now millions are watching to see what happens next. Will ABC continue supporting him? Will advertisers react? Will ratings increase or decrease? Could this controversy actually strengthen Kimmel's position by bringing more attention to his show? Or could it become a serious threat to his future in late-night television? Right now, nobody truly knows. But one thing is certain, this story perfectly captures the modern media world we live in. A single joke can spark national outrage, political conflict, celebrity reactions, network pressure, social media warfare, and nonstop news coverage all within a matter of hours. The line between entertainment and politics has almost completely disappeared. And honestly, that may be the biggest story of all. Because whether people support Jimmy Kimmel or criticize him, this controversy reveals how deeply divided public discourse has become in America. Comedy used to unite audiences through laughter. Today, even comedy can become a battlefield in the culture wars. As viewers continue debating online, Jimmy Kimmel remains on television, still delivering monologues, still making jokes, and still standing at the center of one of the biggest entertainment controversies of the year. The next few days could determine whether this story fades away or grows even larger. And if history has taught us anything, controversies involving celebrities, politics, and television rarely disappear quickly. So now we want to hear from you. Do you think Jimmy Kimmel crossed the line, or do you believe comedians should be free to joke about political figures without fear of backlash? Should ABC take action, or should the network defend free speech and comedy? Drop your opinion in the comments below because this debate is far from over, and your voice matters too. If you enjoyed this video and want more breaking celebrity updates, political entertainment news, and trending stories explained in depth, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next big update. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.